Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Cebu. Welcome to SunStar's Beyond the Ballot Series 2025. This is a series of interviews for our candidates this coming midterm elections. I'm Mildred Galarpe.
And I'm DJ Moises.
And as we approach the 2025 midterm elections, this program offers an in-depth look at the candidates vying for the mayoral seat in Mandaue City through a series of one-on-one interviews.
Each episode will feature an interview. The first 30 minutes will be allocated for us to get to know the candidates, who they are, what they stand for, and their vision for the city. And the remaining time we will spend for them to answer the 5 core questions in 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
To give you a better understanding of how this interview will unfold, let's take a look at the mechanics.
Hello, viewers. Welcome to SunStar Cebu's Beyond the Ballot series. This program is divided into 2 segments, the candidate's profile and the 5 core questions. Here are the mechanics. For candidate profile, each mayoral candidate will be interviewed for 30 minutes, during which they will discuss their past work, advocacies, and reasons for running. For 5 core questions, each candidate will have 2 minutes and 30 seconds to answer 5 key questions. This time limit ensures equal opportunity for all candidates while keeping responses concise and focused. Now, let's head back to the studio.
To ensure fairness, the candidates received the 5 core questions 1 day ahead of the interview schedule.
And we're excited to announce our mayoral candidates have accepted our invitation to join us today.
And here are your candidates for the mayor of Mandaue City.
Today, we are joined by Mr. Gepind Reqiuerme. Very unique name, and I'm very excited to know where the origin of the name gikan DJ, no? So,
Yeah, I think we can start with kanang asa man gid ni nagikan no ang imo ang first name.
My father worked in Indonesia, and she brought my mother. By the way, my father is in Bohol, and my mother is in Ilocos. So my father brought my mother in Indonesia. He worked as a machinist in a logging company, and I was born there. So the name was taken on the name of the company, which is GP. And since it's Indonesia, so it's a combination of the place and the name of the company. So it's Gepind.
so mo gid dagi na ma-explain kay kitang mga Pilipino hilig kitag combo, no?
Combinations.
Romel, si Romeo og si Milita.
Oh.
Diba? Ano mga inana ba? Naay meaning kanang if imong name na gid na siya meaning na nagihugutan sa imuhang parents. So it's a very unique name, sir. So to start at
Sige.
sugdan karon. So who is Gepind Reqiuerme?
Well, Gepind Reqiuerme is a very simple guy, a cool guy, and relaxed. But when in terms of challenges, I can also I am an experienced person. I have been through rough times. I have been through challenges and trials, but still I survive. I grow as an independent person. My mother died at the age of 12, and my father was working abroad, and I'm the one who feed myself because I'm independent, and that's why I remember when I was young, I do the dishwashing of my grandfather. My grandfather to wash the dishes in Putumaya, and then selling newspapers in Colon. And then I studied mechanical engineering in University of the Visayas. So by then I started working on a machine shop business, which is my father owned for 16 years. So I had vast of experience working on industrial businesses, construction businesses, all machineries, maintenance, repairs, and fabrication. And after 16 years, I switched my career in BPO. So I studied um, Cisco and cybersecurity in University of Visayas. I mean Cebu, and then worked in a call center for 10 years. So by then, I am very exposed in application and also for uh, advanced technology businesses because I work in US and it's a remote. So we use online tools using internet. That's why that's what we also have today for businesses like the Internet of Things and data management. So that's what I am right now. So I still in um, a call center, but I just resigned just um, March 14.
Just very recent.
Yes.
So yeah, we also did our research, sir, no? And you have an extensive experience in business, IT, as well as in the BPO industry. So what made you decide to shift into politics?
Well, previously, I ran as a vice mayor, and unfortunately, I was not able to
Okay.
uh, grab the position. But I hope right now I could uh, grab this opportunity as a mayor in Mandaue City to at least to show my capabilities and how can I manage the city.
Okay. So, as DJ said, you've a vast and rich experience.
That's right.
How do you plan to use this experience? IT, for example, like digitalization, modernization, machineries. How do you plan to use this experience if chosen as mayor of Mandaue City?
Well, the digitalization is already in the government. The data management is already in the government. In fact, I have heard some government agencies who are using some cloud data management. So, 14 years of experience, well, I can, I can contribute my capabilities in managing the data for the government data, and also we could also um, enhance the how we use the internet by using free Wi-Fi in every government agencies for fast processing, and also by that we could also fast the process of acquiring a business permits because of the advance of the digitalization. So we could reduce the time and effort by acquiring or by adapting the advanced technology that we have right now.
That's an interesting take, no, on digitalization.
Yes.
I've also read, no, because he was interviewed by SunStar
Earlier.
in 2021.
Okay. When you run for vice,
Vice
mayor,
mayor.
I guess.
Yes.
And then you mentioned in the interview that after living in Mandaue 6 years, no? So that's in 2021. So karon mga 9 years na ka, no? In Mandaue.
I think 16 years.
16 years.
16 years.
So 19
That
years.
was when I was a vice mayor.
Okay. So 19 years already in Mandaue. So what made you think that you are the best person to address the needs of the city if given the chance to be elected as mayor?
Yes, if I'm given a chance to stand as a mayor in Mandaue City, of course, with my capabilities, I think I'm an IT specialist. So in regards with advanced technology, because there were some data which is can be jeopardized because of cybercrime. So we can assess with that kind of issue, and also we could um, we could also discuss to those people who are using also um, data, internet for data management. So um, uh, I think mostly people right now know what is the advanced digitalization. So I will not further discuss with that. How can the digitalization can improve the business of uh, of our businesses today. So also with engineering, we could also um, discuss with investors regarding with industrial infrastructures, with construction and other businesses alike. We could discuss that kind of proposal. So I am also exposed in business for 16 years. So it's not new to me to discuss that kind of proposal. And also with the security, we could also do that because I'm a third year BS criminology. So we could also discuss how to reduce the crime in Mandaue City, since it's very rampant uh, in regards with cyber crime, cyberbullying, and also some swindling, pickpocketing, rape. So that's the issue. That's the crime issue that we have facing right now in Mandaue City. So since I have a educational attainment for base criminology, so I could also discuss that with, and I could also relate that with the police forces.
Kuan, sir, as a resident of Mandaue for almost 20 years, what do you think for you is the if given the chance that you get elected, is the first thing you want to solve? What is that one big urgent problem in Mandaue that, if given the chance, lingkod na kog mayor, ako ning ispaltohon or whatever, kanang unsa nga pinaka priority nga problema nga kanang murag everyday ikaw mismo as a resident of Mandaue murag kanus man ni masulbad oy, but mo na siya unsa nga problema that if elected mo gid imong i-first og address?
The first we address is the economic. Of course, we need to invite more investors, because we have still lot of vacant land. So if is handled properly, we could reduce the crime, and I think the investors will give opportunity to Mandaue City, and also we will also put up a like an IT park in Mactan, so it's a vacant lot. So we could also propose that to investors to bring more employment in Mandaue City. So that's my main goal to provide uh, jobs, to provide employments all of the residents of Mandaue City, since the unemployment is very high and the economy is not that doing well. So we can also address that kind of issue. So yeah, that's the first thing that we could help
Address.
address in Mandaue City. And also, we also need to give attention to crime, since it could decline the economy. So um, it should be proper coordination with the police, and also with um, the to address the traffic, and also with the flooding issue. So since I have the engineering background, we could certainly address that. I have been through that kind of issue for working for 16 years, and I think we could relate that how to solve that problem.
So how do you? I'll zero in on the investment now. How do you intend to accomplish, that side of bringing more investors to Mandaue City?
Well, I'm very open to business proposal in Mandaue City, and as long as it could bring employment and bring a goodwill to all Mandawihanon, and yeah, um, we could discuss that um, businesses, either it's industrial or a commercial um, infrastructure, we could certainly bring them in Mandaue City, since we have lots of vacant land in Mandaue City.
Okay. Sir, of where Mandawi is now, what is your vision? Where do you want to go? What's your plan? If elected as mayor, what is your plan of, moving Mandawi to what? Like from this, from what is Mandawi now to, to the future? What, for you, what does Mandawi looks
Well,
like?
yes, Mandaue is next to Cebu, so we admit that Mandaue is still not fully developed compared to Cebu. So this is the right opportunity that we can bring the economic development in the city. So we need to thoroughly, uh, brainstorm how we could improve the economic in Mandaue City, since that's the next in Cebu.
You've mentioned also when you were interviewed as a vice mayor candidate back in 2021 that you were inspired, by your two friends who encouraged you to
Yes.
run for public office, and they are Senator Trillanes and former Naga Mayor Christine Chong. So how did these conversations transpire that really convinced you to run for vice mayor back then?
Yes, it first with former Mayor Vanessa. Um, we know each other, and I I learned how he handled the Naga City,
Mm.
and as you see, it's a big improvement. So I inspire her of what she did in Naga City, and also with Trillanes, he was a brave soldier, and we were friends because I am a Magdalo member, and we meet when he went here in Cebu City. So we discuss a lot regarding about their principles, but I'm not really particular to that one since I'm not a really an active soldier. I'm just a reservist from my engineering education. So it inspired me because he has a principle, and he stand for his right, but also he think it wisely before he make any move. So that's what I inspire for him.
Okay. Sir, in 2021, you run as vice mayor as independent?
Yes.
So you're running again as independent this
Yes.
year.
Yes.
What are the challenges? Because in 2021, you were independent. So what were your challenges campaigning, going house to house?
On the previous,
Oh,
it's very because there were threats. That was
Oh.
my first time. So
okay.
there were threats. So I, I get
Security threats?
Yeah, security. Yeah, that's threats for and yeah, I just keep myself uh, at poise, and you know, uh, just 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 try to negotiate with those who threaten me, and yeah, I do the campaign, but it's not really that uh, uh, campaign issue since I lack of budget at
The
that during
resources,
that
yeah.
time. Yeah, the resources.
It
So,
takes a lot of resources when
Yes.
you run. So I can understand running independent, but a lot really a courage to to push yourself without the support of without the machinery,
Machinery.
Of a political party. But what that's a downside. But what is the opportunity you think that that you have over the other candidates who have political parties, kanang imong advantage ba nga over them as an independent candidate?
well, of course, first is the we need to address first the what's the situation in Mandaue City. So I think we saw in Mandaue City that there are lots of crimes, and that were the economic declining. So that's why I took up this opportunity to run as a mayor in Mandaue City, because I saw how we could improve the Mandaue City, and also how we could manage the people. So I have known a lot of people, and I have experienced a lot of managing of people. So it's not a problem to me um, to manage those people, and what are their really concern is all about the employment. We could provide them employment. We could provide them recreation, because people there are having fear to go out. So that's why there's no recreation and there's no economy. So that's it. We need to reduce the crime, so that people will go out and people could spend. And also with the investor, they can have their courage to invest in Mandaue City.
Um, Allow me to ask this question, no, because I also think that some of our viewers would also be interested, no? Because when you run for vice mayor back then, you gathered just about around 2,000 votes out of the 171,000 votes casted. So I'm curious, what do you think are your chances this year that you are running for mayor?
Yes, people choose me. People choose me. It's very um, obvious that the um, the encouraged me to run as a mayor. Um, so I took the opportunity, you know, because I saw what really the issue all about. So I took this opportunity because this is the time to, to um, to give your capabilities, how you can improve the Mandaue City.
So now I think we're moving to the
No, I think there's still time for that,
yeah,
that last question.
Sige. So in your CV, no, and in the previous information that you also shared, you have a vast experience in business, in IT, and also in the BPO world. And now you intend to serve the city on a different capacity as mayor if elected. But if not in politics or in business or in IT, what would you be doing right now? No.
Yeah, I already think about that. So we have a business. I still have a machine shop business. I have a farm. So that's well I will be doing if I don't have the opportunity to be a mayor in Mandaue City.
Nindot ang farm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we proceed
Maybe I
with
could also go to the US.
Oh,
Hmm.
so because you have your for your BPO work, your employer is in the US.
My father is a US citizen.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
you have dual citizenship?
No, I'm still a Filipino.
Ah, okay.
I'm still a Filipino, but I
That's
can
one
apply
thing
for
sure
a visa.
because he's
Oh,
running
yeah.
for mayor. He's running for mayor. Okay, what na, sir?
So now we're going to transition to the next segment of today's episode, and that is for our candidate for mayor to answer the 5 core questions.
Okay, we're back to the second half of our interview here at the interview series for Beyond the Ballot. We will be asking five core questions to our guest. The guest is given 2 minutes and a half to answer the questions. To start, we'd like to ask you, sir, if elected as mayor, how will you address heavy traffic, especially on major roads like AS Fortuna, and the ongoing road widening and drainage projects, which is causing bottlenecks? How will you address the problem on traffic congestion and infrastructure challenges?
Yes, first I will discuss first the traffic congestion in the city. I observed that our traffic lights is not it's very outdated. So I think we need to replace the better advanced traffic lights, and also we also provide more traffic enforcer visibility to handle the traffic issue, and also within the premise of the barangay, we there will also some issues with the traffic. Maybe we could put up a widening of the road because that will cause the traffic. So well, the most important thing is the city because that's the passage with the businesses. So yeah, more visibility with traffic enforcers and updated traffic lights, and also with the flooding and drainage
Infrastructure.
infrastructures challenges. Yeah, infrastructure challenges. We also need to address the crime rate in Mandaue City so that there are lots of investors encouraged to invest their business. So the trust issue of the investors comes from the people, from Mandaue City. So we need to address that kind of issue to develop the economy. So that's it. To encourage investors to bring their investment in Mandaue City, and that is very possible for us to solve that problem.
So moving on to the next concern, poor drainage system and clogged waterways worsen flash floods even with light rains. No? The city's low-lying areas are highly flood prone. The late drainage project also contribute to the issue. So if given the chance to be mayor of Mandaue, how will you solve the second issue, which is flooding and drainage?
Yes. First, we need to address the what caused the flooding, and I already saw some development how the flooding was addressed, like the construct a strong concreted canal to support the flooding, but it needs more improvement because if there is a lot of water in the canal on Botswana and passageway in the Botswana River, it's very narrow, so it will bottleneck the water. So that might cause all the water will be overflow on that narrow river. But I think that can be solved by widening also the exit of the passage near on the sea. So there are lots of passages there. So we could widen that so that the flow of water will still continue. So that's why we need to widen the opening of the exit. So that's the solutions, because I searched that in the internet how they solve that issue. So I think that's a possible solutions for addressing the flood. And also with the drainage system, yes, it's true. Even it's very light rain, it will flood along with the Fortuna and some other streets. We could put up a power water pump, and that's I also searched that on the internet. Some countries uses that power water pump to subdue the flood. So we need to put up that, and then it will be exit to the drainage. But since the Botswana River is very narrow, so maybe we could make another exit with the water.
Okay, now for the third question, sir. Uncollected garbage, illegal dumping, and lack of proper waste segregation remain major concerns. It also affects coastal pollution, affecting tourism and marine biodiversity. If elected as mayor, how will you address this problem?
With marine issue, of course, we need to have a maintenance with our rivers and creek. So we have to maintain for some residents will throw their garbage on the creek, on the rivers. So we need to have a strict compliance not to throw those garbage, because that will affect our biodiversity. And we will implement that in every barangay. And also, forgot. And also with the solid waste, the barangay will take care of it. We will implement that for a regular solid waste disposal to prevent pollutions. So it can be addressed. So it's like only the implementation for regular maintenance.
Okay.
So for our fourth concern, this is about informal settlements now and rising housing costs, which make affordable housing scarce. Relocation sites for urban poor communities also lack basic utilities and job opportunities. Unregulated high-rise developments put pressure on resources and infrastructure.
Yes.
So how would you solve the concern on housing and urban development?
Yeah, the reason why there are some illegal settlement, it's because they cannot afford to buy even affordable house because of unemployment. So that's why, as I have stated earlier, that we need to invite more investors to bring more employment in Mandaue City. And with urban housing, the DHSU, they will take care of it. They will be the one to handle that. We have lots of lands for housing, so they will take care of it. And we will we will address that still because there are a lot of illegal settlers there. So yeah, that's a issue also.
Okay, we proceed to the last question, sir. Cases of theft, illegal drugs, gang-related violence are concerns in some barangays in Mandaue. Cybercrime and online scams are on the rise. So how will you intend to solve this problem if elected as mayor?
Well, as cybersecurity, we could certainly address that since we have the cybercrime department. Yeah, the cybercrime is very rampant in Mandaue City, so it affect like the views. It will affect the mental development of the victim. So that's why we have to address that cybercrime issue, and we will assure that the crime will reduce. We will coordinate with the police force, so we will be having police visibility to those rampant area for crimes, and also the tanods. We will also maybe we could give them more allowance to seriously watch guard the barangay.
Okay. So, sir, if you are to speak before Mandaue-hanons right now, how will you offer yourself to be mayor in Mandaue City?
If I will be chosen as a mayor in Mandaue City, I will assure you that your voices will be heard. I could bring more employment since we will enhance the trust to the people in Mandaue City, so that there are more investors that will coming in Mandaue City, and we still have a lot of lands to develop. So that's what we are addressing right now.
Thank you, Mr. Gepind Reqiuerme, for joining us today.
Thank you.
Okay, to all our viewers, be sure to stay tuned for our next episode, where we'll be interviewing another candidate for mayor in Mandaue City.
I'm DJ Moises.
And I'm Mildred Galarpe.
Thank you and good afternoon.